Hey guys, Ryder Champouillon, PoLA Life Acupuncture, coming to you from CrossFit today. I want to talk to you a little bit about some shoulder issues. A bunch of my clients come in, and some of the ways that I help them work on their own for their own mobility training, movement and mobility skills to increase their range of motion, reduce the inflammation in the area, strengthening the weakened muscles, and stretching out and lengthening those ones that are a little bit too tight. So here we go. Here's a little talk about the shoulders. Right, so shoulders are obviously part of your body that holds your arm onto your torso, and quite often 90% of people's shoulders issues, elbow issues, or wrist issues really come from the posture of their shoulders and us being unable to keep the shoulders back where they're supposed to be. Or more often than not, we roll forward or get even more and more forward like that. Ideally, our shoulders should be back where they fall directly underneath the ears, and the fingertips should be even with the seams on the pants. Because of our lifestyle, things that we do, daily habits such as moving, driving, reading, texting, eating, we always have our shoulders rolled forward this area, and that causes an imbalance of our structures. Anytime that our structures are not in proper alignment, our function is going to be disabled, because structure equals function, form equals function. So with that, first thing we want to work on is looking at where the shoulder is supposed to be and what muscles shorten up and tighten to cause that inability for them to be able to maintain that position. So usually when the shoulders roll forward, one of the first culprits that really starts to tighten up after an instability forms is the pecs. The pecs are a large muscle in the front of the shoulders that draw the shoulders forward as we lift, bench press, do flies, but really brings the shoulder in kind of motion into position. So one of the ways we can work on stretching that is by bringing them out to the sides like this. And a good way of doing that, I like to use a mobility ball and placing it into the pec area. Typically, I like to start on the midline and work laterally towards the shoulder. As that muscle fires, it pulls in, so we want to work like we're rolling dough out towards the extremity. Very simply, what we're going to do is put the ball here while we're laying down, face down on the floor, and we're going to go through range of motion of the shoulders. We bring the arm up and arm down, arm up and arm down. So it's almost like we're doing a snow angel, but we're not going to come all the way down to the hip. We're just going to bring the elbow down to about here. Move it a little bit forward up, come down, come up, and come down. So, looks kind of like this. And adjust the ball as necessary. A little variation that we can do of that is also stretching the arm out to the side while the ball is in position. So really getting that ball to be a static pressure on those tissues. The arm is out to the side. You guys can see me too well there. The arm is fully extended out to the side. The ball's right here. And we're going to roll ourselves onto the ball further. And roll back and forth on it. That is an excellent one for opening up the pec. You can also do that on a rig, squat rack, door frame, something like that. So it's a cool one for you there. Another one we can also do too, one of the major reasons why, I'd probably say the number one most forgotten muscle with shoulder functioning is subscapularis. Inside, in the armpit, not the lat itself, but in the armpit, on the front of the shoulder blade, is a muscle called the subscapularis. So in the internal rotators, the rotator cuff, and it causes a lot of problem, people being able to reach over the head to wind up for their pitches, overhead press, overhead squat while having their shoulders retracted back. It forces them to stay in this position, so they're trying to turn, and they bring the elbow forward, and they're really unstable position with that shoulder. They're not able to keep that shoulder up and back where they should be. That muscle is a tricky one to get to, because when the arm is down, it's hidden. As the arm comes out, for every 3 degrees of rotation or extension, the arm comes out to the side, the shoulder blade comes out by 1. So it's not until the arm is over the head that we can actually get in and work on that muscle itself. To work on that muscle, the cross ball is going to go in right onto it, and from here we're going to dig in with the body weight by pushing the body down into the ball. A little bit like such. Roll in, and like you're smearing butter, roll onto it, and you'll feel it. It'll feel like a nice little tender spot. If it rolls, boom, and you get a drop off, you move too far. You want to keep that ball in the armpit, nice and deep and smear into it. When you feel those tender spots in here, bring the hand up and down. And give a little bit of activation to it. And then you can add on the third part, which is wave it back and forth. Kind of go palm up and palm down. Sort of rotating, pivoting on the elbow right here, back and forth on it. Then hold it for a count of 3 to 5. Slide to a slightly different location. Back and forth with it again, motion. Third one I like to give is work on the back of the shoulder blade. Muscle is called the infraspinatus. Again, it matches very much with the subscapularis being an internal rotator of the shoulders. It's one of the 4 rotator cuff muscles. And this one's found on the big meaty arc of the shoulder blade. It's basically this triangle back here. The shoulder blade is basically, big triangle comes down like so. It's gonna be right on the base of that triangle. I'm gonna take the crossball, put it there. I'm gonna do 3 different sets of motions. One is gonna be up and down. One's gonna be across and up. That third one is gonna be our snow angels. Check that. Right there. Beautiful. And of course, as we go through these ranges of motion, we're slightly adjusting and moving the crossball to different areas in that muscle. As the muscle's moving on top of the crossball, gonna cross from one hip, out to the opposite side, cross opposite hip, out to the side. And third is our snow angel, coming down. Those are 3 of the great combinations that I like to do. Very simple. Crossball, cost you $4 or $5 at a local retailer. Working out the pec for the midline, out to the shoulder. Working out the subscap, the arm extended, digging into that. Not this way and in, not this way and in, but armpit and back into that shoulder blade. You're trying to push the shoulder blade off the body. And then the infraspinatus, which is on the back of the shoulder blade. The big meaty part of that triangle that makes your shoulder blade up. So it's 3 different versions of internal rotation. Great mobility techniques you can do to increase the range of motion for our external rotation. For anybody that has pain in the front of the shoulder, especially when they're trying to bring the arm up and find limitations in this range of motion. Check it out. PoLA Life Acupuncture. Be well. Live life fully.